Here are 10 things that you're probably doing wrong when it comes to maintaining your roof. Let's talk about it. Caring for your roof is important. It's the first line of protection against the elements. Improper care of your roof can actually lead to costly problems down the track. So today I am going to talk about some common mistakes that people make when it comes to maintaining their roofs. I'll also provide tips on how to avoid these mistakes and keep your roof in excellent conditions. Number 1, not doing necessary repairs promptly. One common mistake that homeowners make is that they put off necessary repairs. This can be for various reasons. One of them can be that they might think that the repair is small and maybe unnecessary. Or, of course, convincing yourself that, you can't really afford this repair at the moment. If you notice any damage on your roof, please take care of it immediately. Otherwise, this problem can actually get worse over time. And of course, it will get more expensive. So, yeah. Here's the thing, with roofing, prevention is the key. So the sooner you can take care of the problem, the better. And of course, it will be more likely to be less expensive if you get the problem early on. Number 2, ignoring missing or cracked shingles. So one common issue when it comes to shingles is that they can actually crack or of course get loose or they are missing. Now, ignoring this problem can really lead to further damage, and worst case scenario, of course, is that it can lead to leaks. So you really want to call a roofer to come and repair this, because it might be just a small repair, but if the damage occurs, it can actually be quite a big problem later on, especially if it is a leak, meaning that now you're going to have to deal with mold, mildew, and possible internal damage. So, number 3, allowing debris buildup. Another common mistake that homeowners make is that they let the debris build up on their roof. So leaves and twigs can actually accumulate on your roof. And if this debris is not removed, it can actually cause quite a few problems. First of all, it can actually trap moisture, leading to rot and mold. Debris can also provide a hiding place for, insects and rodents. Not to mention, of course, that it makes your roof look really ugly. Sorry, just being honest. This is a simple fix. You just want to simply make sure that if you see any debris building up on your roof, you just want to clear that out. Of course, we do not recommend that you do it yourself. We don't want anybody to put themselves in danger, so it would probably be a small cost to hire a roofer or somebody who does maintenance. I don't know, a handyman to go up there and just sweep it off. Also, trim the trees and branches around your roof to prevent this buildup. That's another tip. Number 4, choosing low quality materials. We all love a bargain, okay? But when it comes to your roof, you might want to avoid cheap materials. More often than not, when you choose low quality materials, they won't last as long, and of course, they will probably cause more problems for your roof. This is also essential if you live in an area with extreme weather. So if you live in an area where there's a lot of storms, snow, strong winds, that type of thing, you really want to upgrade your materials and the quality of your materials, because, well, you're gonna come across some problems. It might seem pricey at the beginning, that's a little expensive. Why can't I just get the thing that cost $1 over $5? But what ends up happening is that you're gonna have to do more repairs, or it could really cause some serious damage to your roof, which means that one thing that you bought that you thought was cheap really ended up being the most expensive thing that you ever bought. So, number 5, repair instead of replacing. So a common mistake that a lot of homeowners make is that they don't repair their roof enough, so of course it ends up with them having to replace their roof. This usually happens again because, well, money is an issue. And this is simply putting a band-aid on top of a big problem. What ends up happening is that the roof eventually will give way and you will eventually need to replace it. So instead of doing the small repairs here and there, putting more money here and there, which eventually builds up to then lead to having to replace the roof anyway, sometimes it's best to just rip that band-aid and replace your roof, do the right thing. Number 6, mold and moss growth. Another mistake is neglecting the growth of mold and moss. These things can actually cause a lot of damage to your roof, especially if they're left unchecked. One of the issues that they can ultimately lead to is, of course, roof leaks and other problems. So check the mold and moss growth and remove it immediately. Number 7, neglecting your gutters. Just so you know, I have done an entire video on gutters, so I do recommend that you hop onto our channel and check out that video because there is a ton of interesting information when it comes to gutters. Who knew? Your gutters play an essential role in guarding your roof against water. So if they become clogged, they can actually cause water to back up into your roof. And of course, this can lead to leaks, mold growth, and who knows what else. On top of that, if your gutters are not properly installed, they can actually pull away from your roof, causing all sorts of damage. Keep them clean and clear and in optimal condition. Number 8, pressure washing your roof. So you might think that pressure washing your roof is a good way to keep it clean and clear, but it can be harmful. The high pressure steam can actually loosen or damage your shingles. And if you're not careful, you could end up spraying water underneath them. And of course, that will lead to leaks. Not only that, but it can actually damage the flashing, for instance, around the chimney and vents. Unless you know what you're doing, save yourself the trouble. Number 9, neglecting your attic. Did you know that your attic is just as essential as your roof? Your attic is where your roof ventilation really starts. So if it's not properly ventilated, your roof can really suffer. Make sure to check your attic for deterioration or leaks or anything at all, any type of damage. And of course, make sure that your roof